Hi guys, today's one shot is when CEO become obsessed with a student who saved his life. The story is continued from the previous one shot. You can watch up to 10 minutes 20 seconds of previous FF. It's an happy ending. Jungkook knocked on Tae's door slowly. He is nervous from the dominant man's stare and he felt shy as hell when a handsome man like Taehyung checked him out in dining room. Now he just want to go home. They said, "Come in," hoping that a staff will come, but he got shocked to see Jungkook in his room. He stood up from his seat as he was working on his project, sitting on room's couch. Jungkook hesitantly came forward towards Tae and gathered his all courage to say, "Mr. Kim, I want to go back." Hearing this, Tae gave no reply but just stared at Jungkook and then he marched towards Jungkook. He stood up in front of Jungkook. Then he carefully lifted his hand to touch Jungkook's hair which were falling on his forehead. Pushing back his hairs, he slided his fingers towards Cook's cheek and whispers while making eye contact with Jungkook. "Why do you not like it here? Don't worry, I will take a leave from work tomorrow and then we can spend some time together." Jungkook got nervous, feeling a man so close in his whole life. He had never been so close to a man before, but now Tae is touching him. He slightly pulled back. Tae saw that little step and lowers his hand. "But why should I stay here? My college, my job, my friends, my parents. I just want to go back to normal life again, please. Why are you insisting me to spend time with you? I don't understand." Jungkook frowns and speaks up to Taehyung. Tae clenched his jaw because Jungkook is not listening his orders. His whole life was easy. He got whatever he wanted. People obeyed him out of power, out of fear. But now this little human-sized bunny is denying him. "Listen, Jungkook, I owe you a favor. You saved my life. I just want to repay you. So please stay with me, okay?" Tae told. Tae's initial plan was to keep Jungkook here even if it means by force. But now seeing Jungkook so tiny, so nervous, so afraid in front of him, he tried to coax Jungkook. Because he can't hurt Jungkook, he thought. Jungkook don't understand what to reply, so he just nods and returned back to go to his room. But suddenly he felt a hand on his waist and a sudden force pulling him backwards. He shrieked after feeling Tae's body touching his back. "What are you doing?" Jungkook shouts at Tae. "Shh, don't move. There is a spider in air just above you," Tae whispers in his ears. Tae's lips touching Jungkook's ear. Jungkook got scared. His heart began to race due to spider fear and Tae's close proximity. He can feel Tae's breath on his neck, Tae's finger tightening on his waist. Meanwhile, Tae lied because when he saw Jungkook leaving, he can't control himself, just wanted to feel Cook close, inhale his fragrance. Oh no, they feel himself hardens. Feeling Jungkook's soft body, he suddenly leaves Jungkook and walks forced to restroom while shouting, "The spider is gone. Good night, Jungkook." Jungkook got freezed watching Tae's weird behavior, but shrugs and said, "Good night, Mr. Kim." He walks back to his room and jumped on his bed and started scrolling through his phone as a maid provided him charger, so he informed all his close ones about his leave. while Taehyung is standing in bathroom, shirtless, and looking into the mirror. His chest, his abs, his V-line, and then smirks to himself, saying, "You are drool worthy, Kim Taehyung. But you are stupid. He is just a kid, about 5 years younger than you, and you are simping on him. You dog!" He cursed himself. He then lowers his hand to his junior Tete and pats it, saying, "Boy, you gotta control your emotions. Don't be like a teenager, man." He then entered the shower, lowered down his pants, and stared at his hand, saying, "Let's do the hard work. Now you are my only option." He imagined about Cook's lips when Koo was biting them, feeling shy from him. When Koo went to sleep, they entered slowly in his room through the balcony door, as both rooms' balcony are attached. The moonlight falling on Jungkook's face. He is looking ethereal, out of the world. Tae sits on his knees near Jungkook's bed and stares at his face, and then leaned towards him and kissed Jungkook's forehead. "Bunny, I felt something towards you. A pull. I think I need you in my life. So please accept me. Be mine. I promise to love you with all I have," they said to sleeping Jungkook. He left Cook's room while hoping to make the next day with Cook lovely. He made some plans to impress Jungkook. Next morning they arrived in Jungkook's room wearing white shirt and black pants. He pulled the blanket from Cook's face, who covered his face due to brightness. Opening his eyes, he found Tae with a tray of food. In his deep voice, Tae said, "Breakfast in bed for the sleeping bunny." Jungkook's cheeks get pink listening to his voice. It's like a dream for Jungkook. His Prince Charming in front of him. Jungkook shyly mumbles, "Thank you." Then they left Jungkook alone to get ready for the day and to finish his breakfast. Jungkook came outside and headed down the stairs. When he reached downstairs, he heard barking sounds. He watched the scene in front of him from the window because of voices coming from outside. Tay now changed his morning getup, wearing big shirt and brown pants, looking so handsome, playing with a cute puppy. If not a maid telling him to join Tay in the lawn, then he must have thought he is watching a movie live. Taehyung's charm, his deep voice, his scary nature attracts Jungkook. He made his way towards Taehyung, who smiles widely, seeing Jungkook coming. The puppy silently sat down near Tae's leg when Jungkook came. He is looking curiously to the new human while wiggling his tail, and Jungkook smiled and bends down before Tae on his knee to play with puppy, but the puppy hides behind Taehyung and peeks silently on Jungkook from behind Tae's legs. Koo laughs while moving his head up to match his eyes with Taehyung and said, "This cutie is so mischievous. What's his name?" "Mr. Kim." While Tae is in another world right now, Jungkook, with his will on his knees in front of him, did something again to his junior Tae. He felt embarrassed about himself because he is not a teenager, but his hormones are acting up again and again. And the Mr. Kim from Jungkook's mouth, Taehyung loved it, and maybe he wants to hear it again, but not here, but in the bedroom from Jungkook. The puppy actually Taehyung adopted yesterday because he got to know Jungkook loved dogs. So maybe it can be a plus point for him to swoon Jungkook. Jungkook pats on his knees to make Tae come out of from La La Land. Tae looked down and then bends downwards, took the puppy in his hand, put him into his lap and replied, "His name is Jonathan. You can call him Tanny." Jungkook smiles and caressed the pup's fur, who purrs in joy. The Tae squints his eyes because he is feeling jealous of this pup who enjoyed Jungkook's touch. The pup then wiggled from Tae's hand and ran here and there, and Cook followed him laughing and giggling. Tae just lays down in grass, feeling real joy, hearing Cook's voice. "I'm in love." He puts his hand on his heart and whispers. Now Tae is driving to a nice cafe for their lunch, so Jungkook doesn't feel like he's in a cage. Jungkook had pouted and pulled Tae's arms to take the pup with them, and Tae melted then and there. But he hardens his chest and denied Cook, because if the pup will be there, then Jungkook's all attention will be on him. Now Jungkook is huffing again and again, asking Taehyung when they are gonna reach to the place. Taehyung just wants to nom his chubby cheeks, so pinkish, so edible. He licks his lips while imagining the scene in his mind. Yes, Taehyung wants Jungkook, but happy with him. Jungkook is his new obsession. He wants Jungkook to stay with him. His way of showing love is twisted, but he is changing his ways so that he cause no harm to Jungkook. The place is so magnificent. Jungkook's doe eyes widened seeing it. They felt proud for his choice. Together, they enjoyed the lunch. Back home, Danny jumps and downs as soon as gate opened and Taekook entered. Jungkook laughs and again played with him for some time. After dinner, Jungkook is in his balcony for the first time and he got surprised to know their balcony is attached. It means they can come here anytime. Even the thought of it make Jungkook blushes. He stood while watching the pretty view and he felt a presence near him. He tilts his head to see Taehyung standing beside him. "Do you like it here?" Taehyung asks. "Yes, I love here, Taehyung." Jungkook dares to call Tae his name because he is now familiar with Taehyung. Tae smiles and said, "Then will you stay with me here?" Jungkook smiled deep down. He replies, "As much as I love here, but this is not my life, Tae. I have to do a lot in my life. You are such a good company, but I can't stay here. I hope you will understand my point of view." They just look into Cook's eyes, enchanting him by sliding his hand on top of Jungkook. He leans down, taking Jungkook's hand still below him as a yes. He is very close to Cook. He breathed near Jungkook's lips, and their lips brushed slightly. Then they pulled back and pulls Jungkook closer into a hug. He made his mind. He will let Jungkook continue his life as was in past. He will compromise for the sake of Jungkook, for the sake of his love. But Jungkook have to accept him as his new partner. Then he will let Jungkook live. He is not being selfish but cautious because there are too many people who can take this gem, this diva away from him. Jungkook looked into Tae's eyes and all he can find is sincerity. He likes Tae and who will not like him, Kim Taehyung. He silently nods his head as confirming that he will accept Taehyung and then goes back to his room, not before shyly standing on his toe tips to peck Tae on his chin. After 2 weeks, Jungkook is coming back from his job, and as he entered his house, the lights were on. He got used to it now, knowing coming back to a house where there is someone waiting for him. He see his boyfriend on the couch, on his stomach, watching the Vampire Diaries. They just got obsessed with the series after being bored, waiting for his Jungkook to come home. Well, he is not in the favor of Jungkook to do part-time job also. Who listens in his word anyways? Seeing Cook entering, he jumps down and ran to Cook, lifted him in his arms and hugged him so tightly. My love, you are back. I miss you so much. More than Tanny. He got interrupted in between by Jungkook's voice. He laughed and placed a long smooch in Koo's fluffy cheeks, who became a shy ball in seconds. Jungkook slapped his arm and made his way to the room to freshen up. They jumped on Cook's bed, abandoning his second obsession, the series, as soon as Cook came, and always will be his first and favorite obsession. Koo came and they both had their dinner, which they has made, as he is good in cooking. So using his skills to make Jungkook his food addicted and tie him down with himself before marriage. Jungkook loves his silly boyfriend's way of thinking. He finds it cute, not knowing how much level that this silly man can go to have Jungkook in his life. They pulls Jungkook in his arm. He's laying behind Jungkook, his one hand caressing Cook's tummy and patting it while mumbling, "My cutie tummy, making my cuckoo healthy." Jungkook laughs and said, "You are so idiotic sometimes, Tete." They just pulls him more closer, trying to be one body with Jungkook. He can be one with Jungkook, but he will be needed Jungkook's consent, which Koo is not in the mood of giving Tete, as he is in the phase of teasing Taehyung and enjoying it. Tae's misery, Tae's cute, angry expression. Jungkook loves it all. Koo stiffens when feeling Tae's hand wandering lower and touching his waistband, but Tae stops and covers Koo's eyes with one hand and whispers, "Sleep, Bun Bun. I will not do anything," in Jungkook's ears. He kissed Koo's chin and said, "I love you, Cuckoo." Koo replied sleepily, "Sarangi Hyungi," and snuggles more into Taehyung. The end. Subscribe for more stories. Do you like the happy ending? Bye, guys.